Tell us the story how you even got started being a writer.
My first book, Popular, is a memoir about when I followed a 1950s popularity guide and applied the advice to my life for a year to see what would happen.
Was it something that you were planning to write about, or you just wanted to try the experiment?
I kept a journal, a very vivid journal about everything that was going on, and I'd always hoped that someday it would be published, but never in my wildest dreams would I have foreseen this and everything that I get to be a part of post-publication of the book. So it's been absolutely amazing.
What's something that is your biggest takeaway from the whole experience?
The biggest takeaway from the Betty experiment, I think, would be my understanding of how similar people are. And it's really difficult in middle school to imagine that the people who sit at different tables from you are struggling with the same things that you are and all want to be liked and accepted and fit in, and we all feel so very different from one another. And so the realization that I can approach those people because we all have similar concerns, we all have favorite movies and books and TV shows, we all have struggles, and we all just want to be listened to, and we want to feel important. So that has completely changed the way I interact with other people and has been such a wonderful lesson to me.
Do you think you'll do any other experiments, or are you done with that?
I think I'm done with experiments for now. I am working on a fiction project, and fiction has always been my first love, so but it is YA, so I'm excited to be working on that and to hopefully get that published in the near future.
Let's say somebody is in school and having a hard time. What would you say to them?
I would say to them, find people who are like-minded. It's really difficult and sometimes requires you stepping out and talking about what you care about. But once you do that, other people typically follow. Make friends with your school librarian, and that's always a safe place to hide out. And realize that, even though you feel different and feel like nobody understands, everybody around you is going through the same awkward, uncomfortable phase, and they're trying to figure out who they are and their own identity. And so remembering that and keeping that in perspective may make it easier for you to say, hey, I don't know this person really well, but I can reach out to them and maybe we can be friends.
Is there anything you wish you could pull from your experience that was out of place that you wish we could bring back to modern day?
I think the definition of popularity, as Betty Cornell, who wrote the 1950s popularity guide, as she defined it, was something based on kindness and putting your best self forward and being a friend to other people and finding your own inner confidence. And I think nowadays popularity is something that the movies and television shows portray as something based on peer pressure and hierarchical structure and bullying. And so I really wish that we could bring back that old definition that was, more pure. One girl asked me, why are popular people so mean? And my response was, well, what does popularity mean in itself? It means to be well-liked and accepted. I'm like, do you like mean people? And she's like, no. And I'm like, well, I don't either, so maybe they're not popular. So hopefully we as a society, and I guess the goal of my book is to redefine popularity.
The old definition was more based on character versus status.
Yeah.
And that's a huge difference. What do you think is the key to making that change?
In us, I think, the definition of a word just depends on how many people believe it's true. And so spreading that definition and, redefining it, I guess, en masse, and doing it, lots of people working for the definition at once is the best way to go about it. And hopefully my book, informs people about it and can start, in small ways making that change to hopefully make bigger changes as well. Don't be afraid to live as the hero of your own story.
What do you think is the key within this ideal realm to stand up for yourself and be the hero?
I think it all depends on the situation, of course. But for the most part, knowing that you don't necessarily have to fight unkind words with unkind words, but you can, the expression, kill them with kindness. It actually works really, really well. And it's sometimes alarming and disarming for people who say something mean and then you say, well, I think your hair looks nice today, and they have no idea what to do with that. And sometimes that's almost more fun, as in that position you feel powerful because they don't know what to do with you.
Yeah.
And so that was something that I had fun with as the experiment progressed, and something I learned how to do and continue to do, and it continues to work very well.